Hey, good morning, Pirate Nation. I'm going to really hustle today. I set a timer because last video, Mrs. Farmer blazed me, and I need to change my best. I come to you from Mrs. Simon's seat in the library, and the reason why is because of this sign. And every time I walk in here, it kind of makes me a little bit introspective and a little bit emotional when I look at that date, March 13th. But it also draws my attention to the Stockdale paradox. The Stockdale paradox is designed around General Stockdale. As far as I know, I believe he's the highest ranking military official ever to survive a POW camp. And the way he did that, and what the paradox is named after, is that he later said that he was willing to confront the brutal truth, the brutal facts of his circumstance, while also keeping a faith that everything would work out for the good. And I think that Stockdale paradox applies so well to kind of talk about where we've been, where we are, and where we're going. So first of all, where we've been, you guys, essentially overnight, you changed our best. You went from a face-to-face traditional learning context to remote learning. And people that don't know education wouldn't know how difficult that was. And you did that overnight. And that was absolutely champion of you. Where else have we been? I mean, we fed 265 kids every Tuesday, and we're continuing to do that and provide supplies. We've provided jetpacks to those students that don't have internet or not robust internet in their home. We've called, we've texted, we've emailed both students and parents. We've even visited them. We've hung out on their porches trying to implore them to give their personal best within their circumstance. And those are just a few and not an exhaustive list of where we've been. Where we are, well, I think we're better than where we were. I think we're better pedagogically than where we were on March 13th. But I'd also argue that we're better in regards to our cohesiveness, our togetherness, and our unity as a culture. I just feel so much closer to not only our kids and not only you, but to our parents as well. And that little crisis forced that. So for that, I'm thankful. Where else are we right now? We're taking survey data and we're looking at it, and we're kind of following Miss Maya Angelou's advice. She says, do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better. And that's what we're using that stakeholder survey to do. We're looking at it, and then we're going to do better. We're going to change our best. Again, that's just a small list of where we are. And where are we going? Well, I'll start off by saying, kind of along the Stockdale paradox mindset, with Coach Rad, we are not replacing him. And in other words, that's why that position has not been posted. That was approved by the school board on Monday night. So that means we're going to have to rally the troops. We're going to have to circle the wagons, and we're going to need to serve each other and our kids better than we ever have. We're also in the midst of a likely significant cut in per pupil funding, as Mr. Wright shared with us. And again, that's going to cause us to circle the wagons, pull ourselves up by our bootstraps, and just do more with less. And that's where I'm going to try to implore our PWSTC to come alongside us. That's where we're going to try to do unique things and innovative things. One of those things that you guys have already done is kind of transition to Google Classroom. And I'll use this video as an announcement to say we are all moving to Google Classroom. So if you're not in it already, get in it now, because that will be our platform for all educators this fall. And then I guess I'll just leave you with this, and I think this is that faith piece. If you missed Governor Whitmer's announcement today, I thought it was inspirational. It gave me hope. By June 30th, we're going to have a plan in place from our leaders in Lansing. And also it's a plan that as long as we can stay at phase 4 or above, we're going to be face-to-face. We're going to be back in the classrooms with our kids. Obviously, with certain restrictions and requirements, but at least we get to be together again. So that gives me that hope that General Stockdale talked about. And finally, I just want to again remind you of commencements on July 15th out at the football stadium and track. I hope you can be there for our kids one last time to celebrate the class of 2020. And I also want to remind you that through this all, our mission, our culture, our vision has not changed. We continue to try to do what's best for all kids, and we seek to align to the culture that you envision. All right? So thank you for everything. I love you. I miss you. Onward, Pirates.